Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May his presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you and within you. He is with you, he is with you in the morning, in the evening, in your coming and your going, in your weeping and rejoicing. He is for you, 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 he is for you.
Amen.
generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May His presence go before you, and behind you, and beside you, all around you, and within you. He is with you, He is with you, in the morning, in the evening, in your coming, and your going, in your weeping, and rejoicing. He is for you, 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 He is for you. May His favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May His presence go before you, and behind you, and beside you, all around you, and within you. He is with you, He is with you, in the morning, in the evening, in your coming, and your going, in your weeping, and rejoicing. He is for you, 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 He is for you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church check-in on Wednesday night, the 13th of May. We hope to just check in on each other, check in on what's happening at the church, and check in on ways that we can help out.
It's been a great week. As we look back, worship was great on Sunday, and if you haven't had a chance to check it out, we just talked about how women count, and we have a long history of women in leadership here at Holy Trinity. So we kicked off the service with our church council president, Carla Klinkvist, and then Rita opened us with an incredible 13-part song. Can you believe that?
So actually, yeah, you should all know that one song was 13 different tracks that she recorded and imposed on top of each other. So way to go, Rita.
Amazing.
But as we celebrate 50 years of celebrating women in ministry, this church has a lot to celebrate.
Yeah, it was great to connect with lots of different women and to be a part of leading worship all together. Speaking of, we ran into Jim Olson on a walk this morning, and he said how great it was to see those familiar faces from the past. So thank you all who were involved in the service. But we also have a lot of exciting things coming ahead. What's coming up?
Well, if you remember, this past weekend we had a song that took the internet by storm, you could say. Krista Smith, Jackie Mockington, and Tim Price put together the Hand to Hold song. And Jackie did a great job coordinating that, but then she's got another idea up her sleeve, and she's going to tune in to tell us more about that idea. So let's bring on Jackie here. All right, Jackie, thanks for tuning in here for this conversation. First of all, I want to say great job on the Hand to Hold piece.
Thank
this
you.
past week.
Yeah, thank you. That was really special.
Well, and there's been a lot of traction. A lot of people have found it meaningful.
Yeah, it's been great to see all the responses, and I think when Krista and I found that song, you just had a feeling about it. So it's just weird for me because I kind of enjoy the anonymity that I have. So kind of putting your name a little bit more out there is a little new for me. I'm still working on, I don't know, what the confidence of putting myself out there, and it's something I like to do, but I'm just not very brave when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, you did a great job, and I hope you hear all the affirmation that that your willingness to step into the arena is much appreciated.
Well, thank you.
And so now we're talking about a new project, which is fun, and I think this is an idea you've come up with that I think is just a great idea. So tell us about what's up your sleeve here.
So yeah, so since I've been kind of perusing different songs to work on for services, whether it's with Krista or whoever, there was one song that just keeps standing out to me. And I don't know that it's something I would do, but I saw a version of a children's choir doing it, and I thought, I know we're trying to find ways to connect children youth ministry at Holy Trinity and in the world we're living in today. And I just thought, what if we could somehow bring everyone together? We did the books of the Bible, and I feel like that was pretty successful, and there was a lot of families that participated in that. And I know that was maybe an easier project than this one will be, but if we can somehow have families who want to participate, if their child likes to sing or wants to be part of this. I've also been thinking about the high school seniors and what can we do for them. I don't have a child that age, but I just keep, my heart is tugging for them at what can we do to honor them and recognize them during this time and make it extra special for them. And so when I came across this song, I thought, well, maybe we could try to have the youth do a song for the seniors. So if people are interested in participating, they can reach out to me. We would, I would send out instructions on what we're looking for. I don't know exactly how it will go, but we kind of have a vision in place for everyone individually recording this song, sending the pieces to me, and then you would help coordinate putting it together for the senior service that's coming up.
Well, thank you, Jackie. Thanks for checking in, and God bless you in your continued leadership and in your home,
well.
at your work, and in this community. We're grateful for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. And if you need more information, again, email Jackie.
And as we're thinking about ways that we can continue to make a difference in our community locally, we want to just thank you for continuing to support the Little Free Food Pantry. Thank you for those who are knitting prayer shawls for local patients that are suffering from COVID-19. But we also want to think about ways that we can serve going forward. And so the Vision team is hard at work. And to give us just a quick update today, we're going to invite Pat Remford here to tell us more what's going on. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the update with the Vision team. We had that survey that went out to the congregation, got a lot of responses in. So where are we at now? What's the scoop with the Vision team?
Thank you, Pastor Ben. Yes, the 2020 Vision team, which is comprised of 10 individuals from the congregation, has been working on this whole 2020 Vision process for the last 9 months, of which, the congregation, all you people have been involved in, and thank you for your involvement. In the last couple of weeks, the 2020 Vision team has taken all of the data that we have gathered through this whole entire process, and they have put it into a document for each one of the 4 phases of the 2020 Vision process. So now the next step in the process is we are going to get another final rating team together, of which we actually did meet last night via the internet. And those 4 members or 5 members are Pastor Ben, and then we decided we're going to have somebody from the church council who is Carla Klinkfuss, and then we have 2 people at large, which are Darcy Schennebeck and Jen Seiler, and then I am the representative of the 2020 Vision team.
Well, great leadership, Pat. Keep up the good work, and we'll check in again here soon, okay?
Okay, thanks. See you, bye.
Yep, bye. All right, thanks, Pat. Thanks for that update. Always good to be with you. A couple other quick things. So this has been an up and down week for technology. As we're wandering in the wilderness of technology, there's sometimes you find some threats and sometimes you find some surprises. What threat was I was hacked, and so if you get a funny email from a pastorsoffice84@gmail.com, it's not me. But just be aware of people that are looking to take advantage of the digital opportunities to threaten people. I know Rita was also hacked, so just be careful of suspicious messages.
Don't let it scare you, but it's just a reason to be intentional. And all of our staff emails end with @holytrinityonline.org.
But the good news in the tech world is that we hit 700 Facebook likes, and so that's over 150 plus in the past month and a half. So continue to keep up sharing and commenting and liking and making a difference online, because it is having an impact on the community.
And we have lots of exciting things still coming ahead. Every week is new. This week I'm excited. Pastor Diane Goulson is going to share a word with us. And she's also reminding us, just like this past week, we were reminded of how women count, and both in scripture and in our life in the past. In a similar vein of thought, we're going to learn about and focus on not forgetting our elders or those who we may not be able to see in person on a typical week in the past. So
let's get Diane here for a conversation about this upcoming weekend. All right, we got Pastor Diane here. Thanks for joining the conversation, Pastor Diane.
Good to see you, Pastor Ben. Thank you. It's good to be with you.
So we've got this check-in service tonight, and we're checking in on what's coming up this weekend in worship. But I wanted to, before we talk about details, you typically aren't in worship with us on a Sunday morning. So for people that haven't seen you before, tell us what in the world you're doing on a Sunday morning.
I have another gig going on Sunday morning. I guess you'd say. I am, quote unquote, normally out at Redeemer Lutheran Church, which is about 11 miles west of town, right on Highway 19. It's a little country church up on the hill, and I am leading worship there at 9:30. So you guys are about halfway done, and I'm just getting warmed up. And so, and right now I am doing church from my dining room on every Sunday morning, pushing a couple buttons and praying that they work and doing it live. And so that's been a huge change for us, but that's where I am on Sunday mornings. Yeah. And my Wednesday nights are usually doing confirmation. Yeah. So I'm usually out at another church, and but I'm blessed to be part of Holy Trinity throughout the week in other ways.
Well, and we heard this a little bit this past Sunday in worship, but you're in some ways a daughter of the congregation because you sensed a calling to ministry while leading in various ways at Holy Trinity, and being a resident of New Prague.
For a long time.
For a long time. You are a part of the Holy Trinity family. There's no question about that. And now you serve us in a limited capacity, but in a really important capacity. So can you tell us about that?
I am very fortunate to be your visitation pastor since last September. And I have the honor and privilege of visiting some very important people who, for a variety of reasons, aren't able, just like myself, to worship with you on Sundays or on Wednesdays. And so I'm able to bring the church to them or represent all of you when I go to visit them, but I also represent the church worldwide, which is really powerful. And then, of course, they bring their church to me too. Yeah. They are also part of the church. So they kind of finish the picture of what I feel the church is. So that's what I get to do. I get to do visits usually. In these days, I do a lot of phone calls and letter writing. It is just so precious when some are able to send a note back to me, because I know the work that it takes for some of them. Yeah. I have seen them sign cards, and then I get a note written back. It chokes me up.
Which leads us into the fact that this upcoming Sunday, we are going to pay particular attention to these people that you've gotten to know well. And so we want to, in your words, remember them. So tell us about that.
A long time ago, I heard someone say something about remembering something, and they broke the word down into two parts, RE-member. So in other words, to reconnect, bring them back in, or keep that tie strong. And in this day and age where we have so much information coming at us, computers and phones and newspapers and television and other things that I don't even know exist. And we are so easily distracted that I really find that out of sight becomes out of mind. And so I'm hoping to help you remember, helping us all to remember them when we gather as church.
Perfect.
And the scripture we're going to talk about is about a cloud of witnesses. And I just think that is so powerful to know that we have this group around us, some who we know and some who we've never met and maybe never will for whatever reason, who are supporting us and cheering us on and loving us through all of this.
Yeah.
That's real powerful for me.
Yeah.
Sunday, I was in the middle of my worship service when it felt like 300 cars were driving by my house because Malastrana had this train of people that in their cars had signs all over them and were waving and got to say hi to their grandparents. And I thought, that is families remembering who got them where they are.
Yeah.
And that is so important for us to have those stories and those people who have worked hard for their wrinkles and gray hair. God bless them. I mean, worked hard to get those things. And so we got to remember them.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Pastor Diane, and we look forward to the service on Sunday.
All right. And I look forward to maybe sometime getting a chance to worship with you.
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah.
So take care, everyone. Be safe and be well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. Great. All right. Thank you, Pastor. It's good to be with you always and to be serving with you.
Speaking of, Pastor Diane brought up the Malastrana Parade this past weekend. That was certainly a highlight in our family. It was a great experience, a great intergenerational opportunity, and great to see those folks from Holy Trinity who were outside. And just want to thank Malastrana for their efforts and for all who are making creative efforts possible to keep relationships strong during this time.
In fact, we want to show you just a little video of how much our girls loved the parade. So here they are.
Joey's so excited. Uh-huh. They're pretty excited.
Joey's so excited she just burped.
Again, thank you, Malastrana, for all your work.
So today we want to check in with somebody who is a part of a group of people who may have gray hair, but that doesn't mean they're not amazing. On Wednesdays, since the beginning of this quarantine time, the Amazing Grays have kept on meeting, but in new ways. So we're going to talk with Dennis Jasperson to hear more about this particular group of seniors and also check in on how Dennis is doing with his family. So come on, Dennis. First and foremost, Dennis, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, there's sometimes if there's nobody around, it gets kind of quiet and I get a little antsy, but other than that, I'm doing good. Dorothy's doing about as good as can be expected, and so that helps me a lot.
My heart's with you, Dennis. My heart's with you.
Yeah. I'm really proud of Dorothy, and that makes me, she lifts me up just because of her spirits and stuff. So
Really?
I think if she can be like that, I should be able to handle it.
But I heard you've been writing love letters or something like that. You've been writing notes to Dorothy.
Yeah, I do that every day. I drop off a note and a piece of candy, and I talk to her like this too. I've got the nurses hooked up.
Really?
So I call them, I find out who's on duty, and they bring the phone in so I can see her and talk. And sometimes I get the kids on at the same time so she can talk to all of us at once.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
that's really helped a lot that we can communicate this way. So anyway, what we've done with Amazing Grays right off the bat, because I knew how to do this, is I got everybody downloaded it on their phones. So we've been using that. And actually, we've been doing it just about, maybe other than the first couple weeks that after we shut down,
Yeah.
we've been meeting every week.
Wow.
Yeah, we've met every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, just like our coffee time.
Fantastic.
And, otherwise, yeah, we've been in contact the whole time, and we can talk about the church service that we saw on Sunday and all that kind of stuff. And they really have been liking the music and stuff. It's been great. You know me. They've been, I mean, they're nice contemporary songs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where you're getting them, but they're nice music.
Oh, good. That's what I like to hear.
Oh, yeah. It's really, they've been really nice services. Really. I mean, I can't say enough about how good they've been.
Good.
So the other thing is since nobody can go to their churches, a lot of people are watching online services.
Yeah.
So there may be people watching us that, you know, they're learning about us by watching now on Sundays.
Yeah.
So I had kind of an interesting, the Walzers have a phone number in our directory, and I wanted to call them at Easter time. And so I called that number and I asked, a lady answered, and I said, "Hi, Jenny." And she says, "Nope, this isn't Jenny." She said, "I'm getting a lot of calls for Jenny, but I'm not Jenny."
Oh, really?
The wrong phone numbers. It's somebody up in Edina.
Okay.
But anyway, she said, "I've talked to a lot of people down there." I said, "Yeah, they probably all belong to our church." And she said, "Yeah, I think so. What's the name of that church?" And I told her, and she said, "Do you live stream?" I said, "Yes, we do." And she had watched some other church the Sunday before, and she didn't care for that. So she was going to watch ours. So, and I said, "You know, once all of this is over," I said, "you know, I probably will give you a call and invite you down. You can be with us one Sunday and stuff." And she said, "Yeah, that's not very far." She said, "I probably would do that." So,
Oh, I love it.
but anyway, when this is over, I'm gonna give her a call. She had talked to Gullicksons before too. I mean, she just sounded like she just fit right in. We just were visiting the way she was talking about the kids out in the driveway and stuff, playing and stuff. And she said, "That's Barb Gullickson or Barb." They said they got grandkids playing hockey and stuff. So,
oh, what a story.
anyway, yeah.
What a story.
Yeah. So there's some good things that comes out of this. You know, you may get some other people interested in joining us if they want. So.
Well, Dennis, I miss you, my friend. I miss being with you, and I miss being in person.
You know, there's like you say, there's nothing like being able to be together.
Yeah.
Having coffee and donuts and visiting and and that Wednesday night thing too, that supper, I miss that, being around everybody there and everything.
Yeah. Well, I sure appreciate you, Dennis. Thank you so much for taking this time. And I just wanted to say you're doing a great job as a leader of the Grays, and you're doing a great job as a leader in this church, but you're also, Dennis, just an inspirational spouse. Thank you for being that role model for me and for this community.
Well, thank you. I don't think of myself, I told you before, I don't think of myself as a big leader or anything, but
I see you that way.
Guess, yeah. So anyway, all right. So say hi to your spouse and your kids, and
we'll do,
I wish you well.
All right, we'll be in touch. Thank you, my friend.
Great to hear how you're doing and how the amazing Grays are doing, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership, ongoing in new ways. And speaking of, we want to just remind you to stay connected on Sunday mornings. We have worship at 9 in the morning. It's a great way to connect online, but you can also watch it anytime. It's a great way to just stay connected as a community of faith. So hope to see you online or on the radio.
Know that we're with you. Know that we care about communicating and being together as the body of Christ in this time. So feel free to reach out. Feel free to let us know how you're doing, and continue to pray for this church and for our community as we go day by day, week by week, and treat each other with compassion, grace, and love. Do you want to add anything? I was kind of going off the cuff there, but are we good? Are we check-in?
Check-in.
Are we all checked?
We check-in? Checked.
We're checked.
Check.
Okay.
Mic check.
Thanks and goodbye.